Hi folks, Dale York, Jstfish Outdoors. In today's tips video, we're going to show you how to navigate and how to maximize your scouting time in these cold winter days without ever having to leave the comfort of your easy chair. Folks, it's going to be a good video. We hope you enjoy it. It's going to show you some tips and tricks on how to maximize your fishing time in this upcoming spring season. And also it's going to give you some great tips on how to get even more familiar with navigating your menus on this great Lowrance HDS equipment and how to become more familiar with those menus so you're not spending valuable fishing time in the springtime trying to find one of those menus to customize your HDS unit the way you wanted it versus being on the water. So stick around. I think you're going to find these tips and tricks helpful. Dale York, Jstfish Outdoors, saying we'll catch you later. Okay, I've turned my HDS unit on, and once again it's powered by an external 110 to 12 volt power source, and it's connected to my additional 12 volt power plug, and that's what's powering the HDS. Sitting home in my easy chair and getting ready to do some research on some of these lakes I may be fishing in the not too distant future. So let's go to our home page. Let's go to our maps and let's zoom out. And some of you may realize, some of you may not know that I live in northeast Oklahoma, and let's pick one of the lakes around here that we might be wanting to fish, and let's zoom in by pushing the plus button. This is Skiatook Lake, located just west of the city of Skiatook, which is about 15-20 miles north of Tulsa. It's a very scenic lake. It's got some nice smallmouth and largemouth, and really noted for one of our better hybrid lakes around. So let's look around here and see a place that we might want to fish if we were going to this lake. There's a nice point right there. Let's put that on there, and then we'll go over and hit the waypoint button. And then one of the things I really highly recommend when you're doing waypoints is to have a waypoint system. Have a 3 or 4 letter code where, you know, we may be calling that a point for summertime bass fishing, PSB, and then we'll hit enter. Let's say we want to change the color. We can do that, and then hit the save button, and there's our waypoint. You know, this is such a handy thing to do when you're sitting at home and the weather's too cold or too miserable to get out on the lake, is to pull up some of these lakes that you may be visiting in the spring or summer, and look around for some of these places that are interesting to you, and something you may want to fish come the springtime. You know, you can look up in some of these creeks. You can look up in some of these creeks and some of these little pockets for spawning fish, or spawning areas that may that may look interesting to you. But it's just a wonderful way to maximize your fishing time when you get on the water, especially to a lake that you're unfamiliar with. You know, you can look at basically so many lakes on these maps, you get tired of looking at them after a while, but they have so much information on what you can do. And like I said earlier, you know, one of the things that I highly recommend when you're doing this is, it comes in real handy, is when you get a new unit, spend some time going through the menus, understanding where you need to go when you want to do certain things. And boy, it'll really cut down on the learning curve on some of this great equipment that Lowrance makes. And they have so many options that are available, which we'll be going through. I'll be doing some additional seminars and some additional videos on how to color shade different areas, how to set up your electronics depending on what type of fishing you actually do, and of course anyone with any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. You can reach me on Facebook, Jstfish Outdoors, or you can send me an email, justfishoutdoors@justfish.com. That's with the JST, folks. And of course, I also want to mention that coming up the first week in February 2017, I'll be at the Fishing, Hunting, and Boat and Tackle Show Montgomery Productions puts on in Oklahoma City at the fairgrounds. So, and I'll be in the Lowrance booth, so feel free to come by and ask questions, or look at the new units, or look at some of the new capabilities we have from electronics. It's absolutely awesome. And of course, like I said, anything else I can help you with, feel free to get in touch with me. That's an interesting place right there, Submerged Road. We could put a waypoint on that puppy. And once again, here's where your code for your waypoints is very important. We could say submerged road bed, and we know because of our internal code, or what code that we want to use, that we know what that means, and then hit enter and then hit save. And wow, we've got a point right there on that submerged road bed to fish that looks pretty interesting, especially for deep water fishing. But that's the way that you can do this, an armchair looking. If you want to know the part number for the 12-volt power cord, it is PC30-RS422. Or also 127-49. That's the part number for these HDS units with a blue connector for getting your power to the unit. Folks, this is a great way to maximize your fishing time, and you can do all the scouting you want to do from the comfort of your rocking chair or couch or whatever, and it really maximizes your fishing time on the water. So give this a try, and I think you'll be very pleased with how you do how this comes out for some of your lakes, especially the lakes that you may not be familiar with. Once again, Dale York, Jstfish Outdoors, saying we'll catch you later.